and welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jody, and on my channel I talk about Broadway and books. And in today's video, I will be talking not about Broadway, not about books, but about some of my, current favorite TV shows, of the last few months and so on. And so, yeah, initially when I started my channel, I talked about TV a little bit here and there, but I'm not as much of a TV nerd as I once was. So whenever I find a show that I really like, it's exciting because it's very rare these days that I find a lot of shows that I really like where I want to watch episode after episode after episode. And so, yeah, I thought I'd talk about some of those shows that I was on the edge of my seat, not so excited to watch the next episode, because I know finding a good TV show is tough these days in a way because there's just so much to choose from and it's hard to pick what to watch. So that's what today's video is going to be about. Enough of me rambling on and on. So yeah, I'll just start with, I tried to pick at least 5 shows, that were kind of on the newish side, shows that premiered within this last year. So that's what I'm going to be talking about. So the first show is probably one of my favorite shows of the year, definitely my favorite show of the summer. It was a very highly talked about show, very successful show, and that would be Presumed Innocent, I believe. Yeah, on Apple TV, it starred Jake Gyllenhaal and Peter Skarsgård, who, in case you didn't know, are actually related. Peter Skarsgård is married to Jake Gyllenhaal's sister, Maggie Gyllenhaal. So, it was super cool to see them on this show together. And yeah, so yeah, it was a really good show. I won't talk too much about what the shows are about because it's always more fun to find out for yourself. But yeah. This show is actually based on the book of the same name by Scott Turow, I believe. And, I was somewhat, tempted to read the book first, and then watch the show because, I always like reading books that have been adapted, read the book first, then watch adaptation. But, the book was $20 and it was kind of on the long side. And at that point, the show was starting already. So I couldn't wait any longer. So I just watched the show. But yeah, it's a really great show. So many twists, so many turns. The ending is shocking. Never would have predicted that. And the show did get picked up for another season. The book actually has a sequel to it. So I don't know. I don't think it's going to be based on the book. I think it's going to be an anthology series where each season is a new case. But I'm not positive. It could follow the second book in the series. I don't know, because it's 2 books. So I don't know if that's a series or not, but I guess kind of. But yeah, that was one of my favorite shows of the summer. Highly recommend if you haven't watched it yet. I predict Jake Gyllenhaal is going to be nominated for an Emmy Award, when the show is eligible to be nominated for Emmy Awards. Peter Skarsgård too. And yeah, just a really great show. The next show is actually another Apple TV show. That would be Bad Monkey, which is, like I said, also on Apple TV. That show premiered, I think, around the summertime as well. And I took a bit of a while to get around to watching this show because, like I said, finding a good TV show for me these days, I'll watch a show, an episode, and I won't return to the show for a while. And that was kind of the case with this show. I remember liking the episode, but as I watched it more and more, I just kind of really started to like the show. In case you weren't aware, Vince Vaughn is on. Vince Vaughn. That's his name. He's the main actor on the show. And yeah, I love this show so much. It was really good. Rob Delaney's on the show as well. And I forget her name, but one of the actresses from one of my favorite TV shows, Search Party, is also on the show as well. And everyone's just absolutely amazing on the show. It's it's kind of somewhat of it's a comedy, but it's really good. I liked it a lot. Can't recommend it enough. I finished it, and the way the show ended, it definitely left room for another season. So hopefully, I don't know if the show has been officially picked up yet or not, but hopefully. So that's another show. And the third show is a new show that premiered, I think probably around September or so. It's on FX, and you can also watch it on Hulu as well, called English Teacher. I like the show so much. It's very, unique and different from what you see on TV these days, and all the actors on the show just work so well together. And what I really like about the show is it's a great show, like I said. And an aspect of the show, I guess I should say, that I really like is that they kind of have these amazing pop songs from the 80s and the 90s, kind of as the intro music for the show, and the theme, instead of a theme song. But it's it really hypes you up into the episode, and I just like it so much. It's such a good show. It's very new, so I highly recommend it if you haven't watched it yet. Like I said, it's currently streaming on Hulu, but it premiered on FX. I don't know. It's one of those, FX shows on Hulu kind of situation. But yeah, really great. Can't recommend it enough. And another show that I really took a while to get to because I just was not in the mood to watch it for whatever reason. But currently on CBS, like last year, but the show also started second season recently as well, is a new show called Elsbeth. And this show is a spin-off of like The Good Wife. A character that was on that show is now the main character of this show. Carrie Preston is playing Elsbeth, and I am such a fan of The Good Wife. It's one of my favorite shows that ever. I took a while to watch the show. I didn't actually watch the show when it was like currently on TV. I watched it when it was like on Hulu. I don't think it's on Hulu anymore, but that's how I watched the show, and it's like just an amazing show. If you like The Good Wife, you will definitely like Elsbeth because it still has the same feel as that show, and it has that like quirky like charm to it. I don't know if The Good Wife had a quirky charm to it, but Elsbeth's character is a quirky character. But yeah, it definitely has the same feel, overall vibe that The Good Wife had, Elsbeth has as well. And it's just a really great show. And like I'm not overall like a huge fan of like CBS dramas. Just for me, they're a little bit like, I don't know, too much on the basic side, a little bit like they're not exciting to me. And so it's super exciting to me that I finally found a CBS drama that I like. Whereas with their comedies on CBS, I love the comedies on CBS, which brings me to my next show. So this show isn't like a new show, but it recently premiered its latest season a few weeks ago, and I just love this show so much. It's like one of those like comfort shows that I'm just always so happy to watch it. I can't say enough great things about this show. It's Ghosts. Yeah, I just love this show. As you can tell, ghosts are involved in the show, and it's just such a sweet, charming show, and I am so very happy that the new season has begun. So yeah, that's me talking about some of my favorite shows of the last few months of TV, currently on TV. I didn't plan out what I was going to say in this video, so as you can tell, I rambled too much. But if you like TV shows, you like learning about new TV shows that are worth watching and, worth your time, I hope this video was interesting and entertaining and all that jazz. So, thanks again for watching, and until next time, bye.